Now it's 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning. We have breaking news out of Laurel County right now. A fire has heavily damaged two well-known businesses in the heart of London's downtown. We'll have the latest on the investigation coming up in a live report from Laurel County.
Today, friends and family of a Mercer County teenager killed in a car wreck will lay him to rest.
We have some rain down toward the southeast. The flakes have not really filtered in just yet. It's going to take some time, but they'll move on in. We'll go over the latest track coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Hope you had a nice weekend. Welcome to WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It was a heartbreaker pretty much for the Seahawks last night. They barely lost.
Good game, though. Good Super Bowl, and the Patriots win again. And we'll have details on that in a bit and all the news. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris. Winter weather advisory in parts of our area.
That's right, and that's down for the southeast. Now, the southeast is still seeing that rain. It's still pretty warm. I mean, we're sitting there in the low to mid 40s down toward the southeast, but it'll take some time for that colder air to filter on in. You guys go until 2 p.m. this afternoon for that winter weather advisory, pretty much in the areas where you're seeing the rain as of right now. So you just got to wait and be a little bit patient for that snow to move on in. A lot of the snow actually tracks on in here when the kids are already at school. I don't see major issues, but that's something to watch out for as we go throughout the next several hours. The snow's still back toward the north, but you can see the difference of temperatures. 45 Harlan, 33 there in Frankfort as that colder air really does scoot on in here. Today's forecast, by the afternoon, look, we've already hit our high today. It's actually going to get colder, so prepare for the 20s this afternoon and actually feeling a little bit colder because of that wind. We'll show you the latest forecast because it's up and down all the way through the weekend, and that comes up in a few minutes.
All right, Micah, thank you. Here's the latest now from WKYT.
We have breaking news out of Laurel County this morning. Crews are still trying to put out a fire that ripped through two buildings on North Main Street in London.
The fire started just before 1 o'clock this morning. It has heavily damaged a restaurant and a clothing store. And WKYT's Mark Barber is live from near where the fire broke out. Mark, good morning. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Firefighters say the fire that is ripping through two historic buildings here in downtown London has been burning now for about 5 hours. If you look at the cloud of smoke above the buildings here, you can see that a ladder crew is still up above the fire here. Since we have been here, that ladder crew has been working to pour water down on the flames that continue to spark up here on the roof of the building. Crews are also walking into the back of the building here. That's where they're focusing many of their efforts this morning. Right now they say they have most of the fire out, most of it contained, but they are still trying to put out the hot spots that are continuing to flare up. Right now there are about 4 to 5 different fire departments out here, all working to contain this fire that has destroyed one business here and seriously damaged another. Now we're told, and this is going to be sad news for people waking up in London this morning, that Weaver's, an iconic restaurant that has been here since the 1940s, known for its almost famous, I should say, chili hot dogs, has been destroyed. Now the other building that has been damaged by this fire is Bob's Ready to Wear. It's a clothing store. Now firefighters say that this fire here started just after midnight. They say that one of their first concerns was to check an apartment that is connected to that Bob's Ready to Wear clothing store. We're told that the person was inside, has been out. We're told that that person is okay, but it is a different story for the buildings here. Bob's Ready to Wear is heavily damaged by smoke, but Weaver's is a complete loss. We're told that it is just too heavily damaged by the smoke and by the flames to be recovered. And now this is truly a loss because this community here, you know, as I pointed out before, has been used to coming here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner now since the 1940s. Now, we spoke with a London firefighter who says that this is one of the most historic buildings here, one of the most iconic buildings, and it's a true loss that hopefully they will be able to recover from. Of course, we'll continue to bring you the very latest, and we'll have more for you coming up in our next report at 5:30. Live in London, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, and as one from that general area of the state, I know that it is going to be very different in downtown London without Weavers. Thank you so much for the report, Mark. State police are asking for your help in tracking down a man who has gone missing. They issued a golden alert on Sunday for 83-year-old Curtis Rose from Waco. He has been missing since 2 yesterday afternoon. He was last seen driving a red 2011 GMC Sierra pickup. Police say the truck has some damage to the quarter panels and a diamond toolbox in the bed. They describe him as about 6'1", weighing around 240 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes, and they say he may be wearing glasses.
Well, a slow-moving snowstorm that's already buried much of the Midwest is now headed towards the Northeast.
And you're seeing the effects of the storm overnight in Battle Creek, Michigan. This comes exactly a week after a blizzard already pounded the Northeast, dropping nearly 25 inches of snow in some areas. And the storm is now affecting flights here in Kentucky as well. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live from Bluegrass Airport with the latest on this travel alert. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. That's right. Travel-wise right now here at Bluegrass Airport, the only problems are a few cancellations, but that is expected to change as the temperatures are expected to drop here in Lexington, causing some slick roads later on this morning. With wintry weather slamming the Midwest, flights headed from Lexington to Chicago are canceled, as well as all arriving flights from Chicago for the day. Now, with the colder weather expected to move in, many road crews are now out in the area patrolling and treating the roadways. Transportation officials say by 6 o'clock they expect pavement temperatures to be close to freezing, possibly causing slick spots for the morning commute, especially on those bridges and overpasses. Now, officials encourage anyone who has to be out on the roads this morning to give yourself some extra time to get where you are going, and be aware that there will be some slick and icy spots on those roads. Now, if you're scheduled to fly out of here in Lexington, airport officials encourage you to check your flight status a few hours before your scheduled takeoff. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Thank you very much, Hillary. The trial for a Lexington man accused of murder will begin this morning. Brandon Bailey is accused of shooting and killing Anthony Logan outside an apartment complex back in December of 2012. According to court documents, an eyewitness to the crime was able to help identify Bailey from a lineup. Bailey turned himself in to the police.
Today, friends and family will say goodbye to a Mercer County teenager killed in a crash. Police say Daniel Neal was riding in a car with his girlfriend Thursday night when she lost control and crashed in Boyle County. Neal died in that wreck. Police say his girlfriend had some injuries but survived. Families say Neal had just completed his GED and was planning to go to college. Visitation for Neal will be tonight from 5 till 8 and 7 to 9 a.m. Tuesday at the Alexander and Royalty Funeral Home in Harrodsburg. Lexington police are on the lookout for a man they say cut off his ankle monitor this weekend and ran from police. Officers are searching for 21-year-old Derek Smith. Police say they responded to a disorder involving Smith just before 1 o'clock Sunday morning. That's when he ran from officers. According to police, Smith cut off his ankle monitor, so they set up a large search area to try and find him, but were unsuccessful. If you have any information, you're urged to contact Lexington Police.
When President Obama said that he would enjoy sitting down and talking and having some bourbon with Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell, some Kentuckians decided to help him out with that offer. The hype started when the president talked about trying to get Republicans and Democrats in Washington to work together. The Kentucky Distillers Association and the Henry Clay Center for Statesmanship decided to send him the Bourbon Barrel of Compromise. Master distillers from several distilleries will fill the barrel at Henry Clay's Ashland estate this morning.